smoke some weed, make sure there's water close by. Set up some sounds if we're listening to sounds. We can listen to the beautiful nature noises of helicopters and sirens and the wind. I got this joint in LA and it's called Blue Dream. And it just made me think of Blue Crush. And then I was like, sold. How are you so dirty? What's going on? Okay. When you're ready, meet me on the ground. We're gonna lie down. Let's bring the knees. Let me start that over again. Let's bring the feet to the ground. Whoa. Ugh. Feet come mat distance apart and drop the knees in towards each other. And let's breathe. In through the nose and out the mouth. Hands can fall wherever. And just notice. Okay, wait. Let's come back to our breath. We're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out the mouth. Letting the inhale last as long as the exhale, exhale as long as the inhale. And letting your breath slow down. Take your time. So the feet are mat distance apart, the knees are falling in towards each other, touching, and we're noticing the tailbone pressing down into the ground. And how much of the pelvis, the lower back, pressing into the ground, moving up your spine, between the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are heavy. There's space between the neck and the ground. And then just notice the weight of your head, the connection between the head and the ground. Let's begin to set an intention for today's movement, the rest of your day, or the next few days. Letting your mind wander. Notice where your mind wandered. Inhale. Big exhale. We're now bringing our awareness to the body. So notice the weight of the knees. What does it feel like on the inside of the knees? Where were your hands? What were the palms touching? Was it air? Was it your body, the ground? We're going to walk our feet in. Feet and knees are going to be parallel with the hips, or yeah. So they're all pointing the same direction. We're going to press the arms down into the ground. Shoulder blades reaching away from the ears, fingertips pressing down, knuckles pressing down, triceps pressing down. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, pressing your lower back into the mat. Exhale, find your arch. Inhale, tuck. And exhale, arch. Moving one bone at a time, shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to come back to our neutral. Tailbone heavy, pubic bone is on the same plane as the hip bones. And then the spine follows that. Still engaging the arms, pressing the fingers down, knuckles down, triceps down, forearms down, all over the place. Okay, yeah, okay. We're gonna start pulling the belly button down towards the spine, up towards the rib cage. If you need to walk your feet away from you to release the hip flexors, go ahead. It feels real good. So the belly button is pressing down towards the spine, pulling down towards the spine and up towards the rib cage. Pelvis stays silent though. Still neutral. Lower abs reach up towards the rib cage. And then you have your lower ribs reaching in towards each other and down towards your pelvis. Your upper abs activating. Finding your side body, the energy moving from your hips up your waist, up your rib cage, past your armpits, and then reach that side body in towards your midline. And if you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's fine. Just taking the time to think about these particular specific points in our body, that in itself is the mind body connection. All right, inhale, tuck. Yes, whole core involved. Exhale, arch. How does this feel? Similar? How does it feel different? Keeping the rib cage. Oh my God, losing my voice. Keeping the rib cage connected. Let's do one more tuck, one more arch, and come back to neutral. Let the knees fall side to side. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. And then we're going to make circles, both knees in the same direction. Okay, right now I'm just thinking about how I found out my Botox doctor is a Taurus, and I am just like really having a moment with Tauruses right now. And it was just so funny because he's like, yeah, apparently we get along really well. And I was like, I know. And so I finally got him to chit chat. It was so much fun. But of course, he did make a comment. He was like, we're keeping this like physician patient. And I was like, obviously, you little like old South African man, reverse your circle. And then he, at some point, maybe it was at the end when he said, we're all finished, young lady. And it just, that really cracks me up. I was like, oh, um, obsessed. Oh my God. My pelvis. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Let's circle the knees away from each other. Doesn't have to be big, but just like stir. Ooh, I had a great crack in my hip. Just stir it up. Reverse the circle. Ooh, another crack. Opposite. Ooh, same hip. Okay, knees come in towards your chest. Let's bring the feet down to the ground. This time, the feet are going to come very close to your butt, but your toes and your knees are pointing forward in line with your hips. That alignment will decide how close your heels get to your butt, but we are trying to bring them close. Okay, arms pressing down. Inhale. Tuck your tailbone, press through your heels, lift your spine up into a butt up. Press your shoulders down, press your arms down. Press your heels down and relax your toes. Reach your knees forward 2 inches. Physically reach them forward 2 inches. Immediately, the back of the legs, hamstrings, inner thighs, everything shifts. So fun. Belly button pulls down towards the spine. And we have this, is it a diagonal? Is that what I'm, yeah. Okay, from the knee, oh my God, to your head. So the butt is like low, but it is fucking working. Bring a nice little stretch in the hip flexors. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the spine down. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, lift the spine up. Reaching through the knees. The energy is constantly moving, even in the stillness. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, coming up. We're going to lower our butt down halfway. Exhale, push through your heels, squeeze your ass, lift it up. Lower down halfway and exhale up. Keep the knees reaching forward, shoulders away from the ears. Use your arms, use your hands, use your fingertips. Pause, lifted up. We're going to lift the heels up if the hips don't move. Heels lower, the hips don't move. Heels up and lower. Heels up and lower. Knees are still reaching forward. Breathe. Keep the heels lifted. Pulse the knees in towards each other. Pause. Pulse the knees out. Pause. Inhale. Knees are reaching forward, heels are up. Exhale, lower your spine down, one bone at a time. Tailbone is the last thing to arrive, and then the heels can come down. Walk the feet away and drop the knees side to side. Go slow, go gentle. Drop the knees over towards the right and bring your gaze over towards the left. Knees come to center, head comes to center, knees drop over towards the left. Bring the gaze to the right. Or drop your chin to the right. I ain't looking at shit right now. My eyes are closed. Ugh. Knees come to center, head comes center. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. We're going to extend the legs straight up. Let's flex the feet, bring the heels together, toes apart. And we're going to lower the heels down, the legs down just 3 inches. And then exhale to come up. Inhale to lower. Pause. Exhale to come up. This does not need to be big. Trying to straighten through the knees. Let's do one more. Bring the feet parallel, point your toes. We're gonna bring so pull the belly button down towards the spine. You're gonna draw that right leg towards your chest. And that is all fucking core. Arms come to the thighs or the shin, the calves. The left leg is going to now lower slightly, toes pointed. And then we're gonna switch those legs. Head on the ground. But I just really want you to focus on the lower abs, how the lower abs are moving the legs, extending and drawing. Breathe, extending through the knees. And again, it's all about the core, bringing the leg towards the chest. However close, far, like the distance is just what it is. We're going to notice a little bit of a stretch in the back of the leg, but that's not our main focus. One more on the right. One more with the left. Bring the knees in towards the chest. We're going to press the arms out into either in a T or down beside you, whatever you have room for. We're going to bring the legs to a tabletop. So the belly button's pulling towards the spine. The knees are in line with the hips, and then the feet no lower than the knees. Zip those legs together, glue them together. Pull the belly button towards the spine. We're going to drop the knees towards the right. So your left hip comes off the ground. Left shoulder stays on the ground. Toes pointed. That left side body, those obliques, working. And you're going to draw those obliques in towards your midline to bring the legs back to center. Over to the left, drawing the right side body in, pressing the right shoulder down, the right hip and the butt slightly lifts up. Again, not a huge movement, and center. Keeping the rib cage connected to the ground, over to the right. I want you to bring your left knee in line with your right and center. Just gets into that side body a little bit deeper. So again, right knee, not your shoulder. That could not be more opposite. Right knee in line with the left knee. There we go. And center. Explore this movement. Don't forget to breathe. Let's do one more on each side. And meet back in center. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Circle them away from each other. Okay, second time here. Maybe you want to go a little bigger. And reverse the circle. All right. Let's come to center. Bring your feet down to the ground. They don't need to be super close to the butt, but toes and knees are pointing forward. Arms down by your side. We're going to inhale, resisting the movement. So energy through your fingers, your whole arm is freaking engaged. We're going to lift the arms up towards the sky. And then a little bit behind, listen to your shoulders. It does not have to be all the way back. And then we exhale, resist the movement, bringing the arms down towards the ground. Inhale, arms up. Keep that lower rib cage connected. Exhale to lower down. So we're going to do this a few times. Every time I would say, explore the movement. Do you want to go reach a little bit longer? Do we want to open up the shoulders a little bit more? Notice how your shoulders are moving along the ground. How are they connecting as the arm moves in the socket? Slow it down. Get deeper. And then let's bring the arms up. So they're in line with the shoulders. Your palms are going to face in towards each other. And then we're going to bring the elbows down towards the ground. Notice how the shoulder blades connect with the ground. Exhale, resist the movement, push up, and extend the arms. Inhale to bend. The triceps are just hovering over the ground. We're not going to touch. Exhale. So the arms are also coming in close towards the ribs. And we're going to extend those arms straight up. And then we're going to open the arms until we're going to hug a giant tree. Yes, our favorite. And then exhale, coming up. Inhale to open. Exhale, lifting. Again, the arms just hovering. Elbows stay bent. How are the shoulders connecting and moving along the ground? Don't forget to breathe. And we're going to pause with the arms reaching up. And then we're going to float those arms down to the ground and bring them into a cactus. So the elbows are in line with the armpits. The hands are in line with the elbows. Trying to get those fingernails on the ground. We're going to walk the feet mat distance apart, drop the knees in towards each other. Shifting your breath to your nose, pressing your lips together, teeth apart, tongue resting on the bottom rack of teeth. What's going on in the arms? What's going on in the shoulders? What's going on in the hips? Breathe into any discomfort. Slowly bringing the arms down by your side. Ooh. You can wiggle those fingers and circle the wrists. Walk your feet parallel. Left ankle to the right knee. Lifting the right foot up, catching the back of the leg, flexing the left foot. Drop your tailbone down to the ground and press your left knee away. You can gently rock side to side. Sit in a spot that feels good. We're going to undo those legs, left, and then switch. So right ankle to the left knee. Left leg can come up, flexing the right foot, pushing the right knee away, drop the tailbone down to the ground. Just gonna open up, not much more. And undo those legs. Inhale, reach your arms up and back behind you. Big inhale. Reach. Exhale through your mouth to lower the arms down. Take a moment and thank yourself for spending time on you, with you, for you. Showing up for yourself is truly how we can show up for community. It's so important. Thank you for joining me. Oh my God, I feel like we just like hit the whole body. I'm like, Take your time getting up.
I needed that.
Yeah, me too. Me
It's
too.
necessary.